Donald Trump in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That is the Donald Trump his supporters want to see on the trail in the final 2 weeks of the campaign, laying out the case for change, talking about the Trump contract with America. Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions has been a Trump supporter almost from the beginning. He joins us tonight from Raleigh, North Carolina. Senator, thanks for being here. I want to talk to you about the specifics of that. And is that the closing argument that Donald Trump is going to stick to in these final 2 weeks?
Well, essentially, I think that is a closing argument, and one of the big things that our voters are going to be deciding in the next few days really is whether or not they believe we can actually make change in Washington. By a 3-to-1 margin, they believe that we're on the wrong track. And I believe, Brett, what's missing here in the intelligentsia and the elites is that they disrespect that feeling. They think things are okay, but the American people are the one that's right. They are not being, things aren't going well for them. Politicians spend way too much time raising money with rich people who have an entirely different agenda than the single mom, the working guy who lost his job, the factory closed, and those kind of things. So this is a huge matter that's going to be decided in November. It's the chance for the American people to have their voice heard, and if they believe Donald Trump really can get this done, I think they're going to move to him in big numbers.
This election is always about, at this point, addition. Adding people to your supporters, getting them to the polls, independents, people that perhaps are not the motivated base. You know, analysts looking at this campaign say that it has been a lot about Donald Trump, and that has been a negative. Your response to that?
Well, some of it's positive. People like his strength. They like that he's a businessman, that he's somebody who does something beside talk smooth all the time. He's a man of results. So I think that's kind of a mix. Some people are hesitant. There's just no doubt about that, Brett. I would just encourage our people to look at the issues that he's talking about. Can we have a better immigration policy and fix it? Yes, the American people are right. Can't we have a better trade policy that protects our jobs and wages? Yes, the American people are right about that. Can't we fix Obamacare? Yes. Hillary Clinton is wrong on all of those, desperately wrong on those, even radical on those. And so I think if this thing works right, as we go into the last few days of this campaign, these powerful issues, and the one he mentioned at Gettysburg, really this corruption, this lack, and corruption in the sense that Washington is not serving properly the interests of the good and decent people of our country. I think in that sense it is a corrupt system.
But Senator, also at Gettysburg, he said this in that speech.
Every woman lied when they came forward to hurt my campaign. Total fabrication. The events never happened. Never. All of these liars will be sued after the election is over.
Was that the right move?
Well, he's going to defend himself. That's just part of his lifestyle and his belief that you don't take shots and not defend yourself. But he spent 99% of that talk talking about great issues that are important to the American people, and I think that's what this election has got to be about.
I want to talk to you, Senator, about the path to victory. And we've often talked about the road to 270, the electoral votes needed. Our election headquarters moved, for example, Texas to lean Republican. But just today, RCP, Real Clear Politics, moved Texas, Republican Texas, to a toss-up state, including Arizona as a toss-up, Nevada as a toss-up, Georgia as a toss-up. I mean, are you concerned looking at these maps?
Well, what he needs to do, and I think you suggested it earlier, is to stay focused on these great issues where he has tremendous support with the American people.
But you're convinced he can win?
Yes, he's got to stay on those issues, and he's got to translate that controversial personality of his into confidence that he can actually follow through on the things he's talked about. People want somebody who can get something done about things they care about for a change. They want change in Washington. There's no doubt about that. The polls show it clearly, and he's the change agent. And I believe if he can develop the confidence that he can actually accomplish that, he will continue to move up in the polls.
Senator, we've covered the WikiLeaks emails extensively here, the substance of them. We've pressed the Clinton folks for answers. And by the way, we asked for a Clinton surrogate tonight, and no one was offered to us opposite your interview here. But today, WikiLeaks tweeted out, "Leak early, leak often. If WikiLeaks had obtained Clinton emails earlier, U.S. voters could have chosen Sanders v. Trump. So do it now." Brian Fallon with the Clinton campaign tweeting, "WikiLeaks makes its Trump endorsement official, not that it was secret prior to now." What about the concern that Russian interference in U.S. elections needs to be talked about more than it is?
Well, I think he's talked about a lot. I think Hillary Clinton wants to totally ignore the devastating information that's shown in her team's emails, and she wants to blame it on Russia. There should be an investigation. I do not like these kind of activities, whether it's leaked of security information or not. They need to be investigated. We need to know what happened. But just like the Pentagon Papers, the material is out there in the public realm, and it's necessary for us to observe what it means about her honesty, her integrity. She makes out like Donald Trump is the worst kind of person, but when you read these emails, you see that she has very serious ethical problems, and the issues are what should decide this election, and she's wrong on them.
Senator, we appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.